Hi, I don't know why I do this to myself. Not only have I failed to read the 8 arcs that came out on the 13th of February, I've now got myself some more arcs. And I'm not going to get these read by publication date either. First one sounds wonderful. It's The Woman in the Wallpaper by Laura Jones. It comes out on the 20th. You see, I'm not giving myself enough space to read these, am I? And it's historical. It's set in Paris in 1789 in the Aubust factory, which crafts exquisite wallpaper for the most fashionable French homes. A place shrouded in mystery. Most enigmatic is the woman pictured in each of its prints, rumoured to be the late Mrs. Aubust, who died in peculiar circumstances. When sisters Lara and Sophie arrive there for work, they quickly form a friendship with Joseph Aubust, the motherless heir to the factory. While Sophie's political fervour intensifies, Lara is disturbed by the uncanny way her life appears mirrored in the wallpaper. Meanwhile, Hortense, Joseph's spoilt aristocratic wife, is similarly unnerved by the scenes that line the walls of her new home. With the mobs growing ever more violent, is she in danger of meeting the same untimely end as the last Mrs. Aubust? As revolution blazes across France, the lives of Sophie, Lara and Hortense are set to collide in unimaginable and irrevocable ways. Can they change what lays ahead, or are some patterns destined to be repeated? That sounds fantastic, doesn't it? Really historically mystery, and it's a biggie. It's a 500-pager. So I've got no chance of getting it read by the 20th. All right, the next one is, I'm going to have to keep flicking backwards and forwards on my computer, so sorry about this. May You Have Delicious Meals by Junko Takase. And this one is the power dynamics of the office are never more obvious than when it comes to food. Mandatory lunches with the boss, the colleague who tries to curry favour with home-baked goods, discovering the discarded remnants of somebody else's late-night binge. In the Saitama office, Ashikawa is the kind of woman Nitani knows he will likely marry, sweet, obliging and determined to wean him off his addiction to instant noodles. But he finds himself unable, increasingly, to respect her, or the sugary treats she shares around the workplace, winning their colleagues' affection with baking rather than hard work. Oshio is bolder and uninhibited. She is Nitani's drinking buddy. In the oppressive office atmosphere, the pair grows closer, both outsiders struggling with the rigid status quo. Driven to behave in increasingly absurd ways by the workplace rules that govern their lives, they must navigate the tensions of modern life between leisure and hard work, indulgence and restraint, the promise of delicious food and the reality of the lonely pot noodle. It sounds different. It just piqued my interest, that one. Again, that comes out on the 20th. Then I've got three that come out on the 6th of March. Again, very, very close. And the first one is another biggie. It's another 500-pager. And it is Scenes from a Tragedy by Carol Haley. And this one is when an empty passenger plane crashes in the Lake District, Carly Atherton's hopes of getting back together with the man she loves vanish. Luke Emery was one of the 2 pilots on board. Investigating the story behind the doomed flight might just be the chance disgraced journalist Carly needs to rescue her career, as well as giving her the answers about Luke's death that she desperately wants. But when she contacts the family of the other pilot, Daniel Taylor, she finds the 2 women he was closest to, his devoted sister and his loving wife, have very different memories to share. As Carly delves into the dynamics of a seemingly ordinary family, she uncovers a far darker story than she could possibly have imagined, a story she risks becoming part of, even as she tries to piece together the truth. Because the bonds that shape us can also tear us apart, and sometimes there are monsters living among us, hiding in pale sight. So you've got sort of, I know it's I don't. It seems to have a thrillerish element in there. I'm not quite sure. It sounds intriguing. The next one is The Fisherman's Gift by Julia Kelly. Again, 6th of March, publication date. And this one, winter 1900, a little boy washes up on the beach of a small fishing village in Scotland, barely alive. He bears an uncanny resemblance to teacher Dorothy's son, lost to the sea many years ago. When the village is snowed in, Dorothy agrees to look after the child until he can be returned home. But as the past rises to meet the present, long-buried secrets in this tight-knit community start to come to light, and Dorothy finds herself thrown together again with the reclusive fisherman, Joseph, after years of keeping their distance. Bursting with tension and tenderness, this is an exquisite love story that delves into the precious moments that can lie behind village gossip. A beautiful story of grief, hope, and love, of dark, snowy nights, mysteries of the sea, and redemption. That sounds wonderful. That sounds good. And the final one that comes out on the 6th of March is Hunchback by Sawa Ichikawa. And this one it's labelled as a must-read debut, funny, frank, and a book that lingers in the mind long after you turn the final page. It just sounds, I don't know, it just sounds really, really, so it's a book that's going to be thrilling, funny, humorous. Born with a congenital muscle disorder, Shaka Izawa has severe spine curvature and uses an electric wheelchair and ventilator. Within the limits of her care home, her life is lived online. She studies. She tweets indignantly. She posts outrageous stories on an erotica website. One day, a new male carer reveals he has read it all. The sex, the provocation, the dirt. Her response? An indecent proposal. It says it's a thrilling glimpse into the desire and darkness of a woman placed at humanity's edge. So I'm not. He's got sort of humorous vibes in there, and he sounds as though it might be a quick. I don't know. What are they saying about it? Uproariously funny and flinching and merciless, filled with unforgettable insight, will leave no reader unchanged. So it's a very short book as well, 112 pages. So it'll be a nice change after the 500 pages that I've got. I'm never going to get these read by the 6th of March, the 20th of February, the 6th of March. I may as well just forget about dates and read and enjoy. And then one day I'll be able to catch up with all my arcs and get them read pre-publication again, which is what I've always done up till now. It's only because I've been getting so many arcs that I've lost the plot a bit. Anyway, I'm off now. I've got a little bit of housework to do, so I'm going to stick an Audible book on. And happy reading. Take care.